Welcome to JJK0. I hope you guys enjoy, and welcome. This is Yuta Akotsu, and he's in the executioner's room. Gojo states that he doesn't know how many more people are gonna get killed by a curse, and that he's gonna be taking care of Yuta at Jujutsu High, or Jujutsu Tech. We see Yuta getting bullied. Yuta says, "Stay away, Rika," and the bully says, "Rika?" And Yuta is very, very scared. We see a locker open, and the bully squished inside. Panda, Maki, Inumaki are talking about a new student. Yuta tells Gojo that he tried to kill himself with the knife, but Rika wouldn't let him. And Gojo says it's his first day of school, and Yuta says, "I'm not going." Yuta says because the reason why he doesn't want to go is because he doesn't want to hurt anyone. But you will be lonely, Gojo says. Gojo says, "Let's get the party started because the new transfer student is here. Let's go!" Maki says, "He's quite a punk, I heard." And Yuta says, "Well, whatever." As Gojo says, "Come on in," and Yuta goes in, Maki is thinking to herself that she is gonna give him silent treatment. Maki, Inumaki, and Panda are terrified because of this big curse right next to Yuta as soon as he goes in. The second that Yuta tries to introduce himself, Maki is already pinning him down to the wall and asking if this is some sort of test. As all three of them pin down Yuta, and they say, "Don't you know you're cursed?" They say this is a place to learn about curses, not a place for people who are cursed. As Gojo explains, at Jujutsu Tech, they learn how to fight curses, exercise them, and that's it. Everyone stays. "You're telling him now," and Gojo says, "My bad." Gojo says, "Oh, I would step away if I were you guys." As two hands pop out of the wall. As the students are surprised, Yuta is trying to calm down Rika. Rika tries to reach in for Panda, Maki, and Inumaki. We get a flashback of Yuta's birthday. Rika gives a box to Yuta. Rika gives Yuta an engagement ring. As Yuta looks at the ring, Rika says, "When we grow up, we'll get married." Later, Rika, her head's crushed from a car accident. As Yuta sees Rika's dead body, hands appear off the ground. And as soon as Yuta looks down, Rika has become a cursed spirit. Rika says, "When we grow up, let's get married. It's a promise." Just like she said before she died. That was the whole story of Yuta and his backstory with Rika. And Gojo says, "Everyone get along, okay?" Gojo says attacking Yuta may or may not activate Rika's curse. Anyways, just be careful, and yeah, he was way too late for that. Gojo says that they're all going through a rebellious phase, and that he's gonna make some quick introductions, okay? And Yuta says, "I'm pretty sure you're the one who's the troublemaker." But first, let's go on Maki. Cursed tool user Maki Zenin. She uses special grade tools to exercise curses. Second, Inumaki. He's a part of the Inumaki family. His curse technique, I forgot the name, but there's like a mouth thing, like symbol, and when he says like a powerful word like blast away, it will do a lot of damage, but also have like a really hard thing, like it will hurt his mouth and stuff. Also, he's cursed some people too, so be careful. This is Panda. He's just a panda, but also he's a cursed corpse, which means he's a special cursed corpse, which he has 3 cores, which all have different ones. Like the first one's panda, second one's gorilla mode, third one is rhinoceros. And with that, we have the first 4 years in the series, which is the only one from Jujutsu Kaisen and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. One panda and 3 humans. For this Jujutsu class, Gojo says Toge and Panda are paired up, and Maki and Yuta are paired up for a mission. Wow, so cool. Later at the elementary school, they found out what their mission is, Yuta and Maki. Some kids are getting missing, and their job is to find them. We find out how curses are made from negative emotions, and Gojo makes a veil. Gojo explains that a curtain reveals themselves and finds the curse. And Gojo says, "Don't die on us." And Gojo says, "Die, sensei?" "Transfer student, pay attention," Maki says. We see 3 curses. Maki explains that weaker curses team up if they're weak, as she beats them up. As a pair go inside the school, Yuta is very scared and very much dripping of sweat. And Yuta asks the most stupidest question to Maki. "Aren't you scared, Zenin?" And Maki says, "Don't call me by my last name." We see curses, but they aren't attacking them. Maki says, "Do you have your ID from the blindfold idiot?" Blindfold idiot is crazy. Yuta gives her the thing, and she just swipes it out of her hand, and Maki says she's just guessing Yuta's a grade 4. But it turns out that he's a special grade. As Maki's thinking that he's higher than a grade 1, a special grade, this must be some kind of joke. But then Yuta says, "Zenin, behind you." Maki and Yuta are getting thrown out of the building. Maki says, "Kinda big, aren't you?" And they get swallowed in the curse. We see Maki dropped her curse tool on the roof of the building, and she's whining about it inside the curse. Maki is whining about "let us out of here," and she also explains that we got eaten to Yuta. And she says this is so embarrassing. They also hear help. We see the 2 missing kids, and they're asking for help because the other kid's about to die. As we see Maki turning red, Yuta asks her, "What are we gonna do?" And she says nothing. We wait for help. And we see how she's getting more weaker. We see Maki fall, and she has a cut on her leg. And Yuta is wondering, how'd she get the cut? Was it from a curse? The kids say, "Is she gonna die?" And they also say, "Help us." And Yuta says, "But I can't." And then Maki wakes up somehow and says, "Akotsu, seriously, why'd you enroll at Jujutsu High?" Maki says, "To do what? What did you expect? What do you expect?" "I didn't want to hurt anyone anymore." What a stupid reason, Yuta. Yuta says that Gojo said, "I'd be lonely." I couldn't disagree, I mean. "I want to be with people. I want to be relieved by someone. I want to believe that it's okay to keep living." Sorry if I butchered words, okay? Sorry. Maki says, then start exercising curses. That's what Jujutsu High is all about, Maki says. And with that, Yuta says, Rika. And Rika says, yeah. As Yuta puts on the ring, Yuta says, lend me your power. And we see energy coming out of him. Rika pops out of the curse. The curse says, who are you? And Rika tears the curse apart and says, shut up. Gojo says it's freaky, so this is the true identity of the special grade vengeful curse spirit Rika. And says also, women sure are scary, and laughs. As the curse is getting exorcised from Rika, Yuta is carrying Maki and the kids. As Yuta is carrying them, he's trying to not fall, not yet. As of a ghost of Rika, I guess, is behind him, she says, you can do it, Yuta. As Yuta says, I can do it, Gojo says, welcome back. You did it. At the hospital, Gojo says, Maki and the kids will be fine. And Yuta says, good. And Gojo says, you don't look too relieved. Yuta says that it's the first time he ever summoned Rika. And Gojo says, I see. That's a step forward then. I remember something. Yuta says, that means we'll be together forever and ever. And then Yuta says, after the flashback, maybe Rika's not cursing me. Maybe I'm the one who cursed Rika instead. Gojo says, I've always believed love manifests the most distorted curses. Sensei. Yuta says, I'm going to unravel Rika's curse at Jujutsu High. And with that, that's the end of chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. That took a while. And to the one who made the thumbnail, that is my niece. So I hope you guys enjoy. See you later.